let's put the topic today. Hey everybody, how you doing today? How is everybody doing? Faleminderit. Rosh. How is everybody doing today? How you deal with the summer? It's been a hot summer. Elena ti kan mishpil. Hey Bella, how you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty well. Just a long period of time without doing live. Oh, you are watching football. Who is playing? Already. Not. PSG Chelsea. Are they play for the Champions League or something else? For what they play? Is losing. I can't watch it. Okay, that's better. World Cup Championship. Why is Lego Champions League? So where are the dog lovers? From which country you are? Do you have any animals at home or not? PSG won Champions League. Nobody's here. Yeah, maybe probably. Or maybe they don't speak English. This is one of the reasons. I won the sixth cup this season for the PSG. Well, what you want, it's a desire. I don't watch football for a long period of time. I don't watch. So, where are the people from in this live stream? I felt very upset. I watch. My nurse has gone. It's not a big deal. It's just a game. Nothing to worry. I don't watch with patience those soccer soccer game or any sport. It's a world final. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. So, what topic do you guys want to discuss about the animal? What's Duncan? Alex Hernandez. I want to see Presa against Leopard. You want to see a Presa Canario against Leopard? Well, I don't post those kind of content, to be honest. Especially content that are created by people. What's done can't be done. Yeah, I understand. So, Alex Hernandez, I cannot help you with those, to be honest. For a bunch of reasons. I don't post those kind of content. I post animal interaction, especially when it has to do with the livestock and livestock protection, when the wild animal interact with livestock. But beside that, I do not. Those I cannot do it, not because I do not like it first, and especially in the YouTube, we have to respect the policy. So I'm doing content for the white Emiliana dog MMA. No, no, honestly, I don't like that, to be honest. I do not like those stuff. There is nothing pretty in those stuff, to be honest. There is nothing pretty. So YouTube is going demonetize channel with AI. Well, because first I don't know how to use AI, and second, they are misleading. That's why. They're misleading people. They post some, I don't know. They try to do something with that AI. In some part, it's good when you create a content and you illustrate what you have to say. But when you try to mislead, to misguide people, this is not fair, to be honest. Yet demand the voiceover to be real voice, not AI. Yep. Look, the YouTube has that option. When I create, for example, video in English, YouTube give that option that you can listen the video in few different language like Spanish, Japanese, Hindu. I don't know about the Chinese one or something like that. It's a dub, yeah. So you can use that. It's not just reading the subtitles. You can watch the video in your language. I don't know, is it correctly, because you have to understand it's AI supporting. So sometimes not all the sentences or word can be correct. Yeah, when you create your content, it's very important to do it in with your voice. You can do it in your native language. You can choose English, Spanish, French, Italian, whatever you like. But I will suggest to use your own voice. To be original in that, it's very important, because too much synthetic content. I always use correct text for subtitle, so in the translation, no problem. Well, yeah, I understand that. I don't pay attention too much to correct the text for the subtitles, to be honest. I used to do to correct some mistake because of my accent, because of my English. So my voice to the text sometimes does not translate correctly in some word. Hello from Brazil. Hello, how you doing? How is everybody doing? So pretty much like that. Other views AI image can be used. Well, yes, you can use AI image to create content. You have to illustrate what you are saying, and the AI, it's a very good tool to make it more understandable for the audience. But it's important not to use AI as a voiceover. I suggest all the time that you have to use your own voice. Yeah, you may be a little bit shy or something like that, but time after time everything will settle down. Just AI content are similar. They look like spams. Well, yes, you cannot trust an AI, to be honest. I cannot trust an AI voice. It's a beautiful, but it's fake. It's not original. So not everything that looks okay, you have to take it as there is. So you have to be select when you watch a content. It's very important. You have to filter. There are a bunch of videos that make propaganda of this and that, which in reality it's not true. That's why. So and not every channel, so you have to pay attention to the details. Depend what is your, yeah, they do a lot of brainwash people today, and people today are very easy to be brainwashed because they don't have filters. They believe everything and what people said. It's very easy. You have to separate the real information from the fake, because depend of what the place you are watching and what they share and what they purpose, what side they are picking up, why they doing like this. There are many reasons, so you have to be vigilant. It's very important, and to be smart. It's very important in this. This is what I suggest. That's why. So we are 35 people here in live stream. Where is the doctor? I don't know, maybe he's sleeping. He's a little bit old, so. But anyway, it's too hot to sleep right now. I don't know yet. Anarchist. Hello from Australia. Hello, how you doing? How is the weather in Australia? So it's like that. For example, I'm doing animal content. Good, thanks. You're welcome. Oh, Moonshine. How are you? A long time without catching me in live. It's winter now and cold. No way. How you doing, Moonshine? Did you miss me? 1 week ago it snowed in Georgia. God bless. Thank you, Bella. Hi from Slovenia. Welcome, Slovenia. Welcome. How you guys doing? It's freezing. I'm wearing thermal underwear. It's in Australia? What's wrong with that? It's a 101 here right now. Oh, I understand. Good, yes, I miss it you. Well, I miss it you too, honestly. Well, I'm being a little bit busy, a lot of struggle, a lot of challenge. So, it is like it is. So you have to understand. Life doesn't go like you plan. There are obstacles, there are sabotage, oh, there are a lot of stuff. But anyway, so would you like my content that I have done recently and post it in YouTube? Did you guys enjoy the material, the footage, and everything putting together? The South Hemisphere has winter. It is, and it can be cold depending on where you are. Oh, I didn't know that, to be honest. I thought that Australia has warm climate, but I mistake. Your content is always interesting. I wish I could do so, but I can't. Well, do not be pessimist. You have a good channel. I like your channel. I like your knowledge. I respect your hard work. So keep it up. Don't say it like that. We all get busy. I've been moving all around. Oh, how is your livestock? I not just say I do enjoy your content, especially because you show footage I wouldn't other views see. I have no idea how you find it. Well, I'm all the time searching to bring the best. I'm all the time searching to bring the best footage without crossing the red line. I want for my audience to be original as I open the channel, and I want everybody to appreciate that. That's why. Moonshine said, I always love your content, it's full of education. Well, I try to mix a little bit education with illustration, with entertainment in some part of that. I know that people like to watch action or something like that, but the channel it's not the gladiator arena, so you have to understand this. And it's not pretty to post everything that I have, so that's why I edit the material that I get. I cannot post without editing because some material I can go further. But it's very important, guys, to edit the material, to bring it in the audience, to be pleasant by the wide audience, and to be correct with the policy of YouTube. It's important too. I study hard, but you are a champion in this field. Well, I appreciate your support. I'm the champion. No, I just want to educate people. It's not I'm the champion, or I'm not competing for the first place. I'm Emiliano there, and I want everybody to never get misleading. So I will always tell the truth, with no matter what. I always tell the truth, and I'm fair, fair in judgment, fair in talking, and fair in sharing the truth. Not everybody has the courage to tell the truth. A lot of people are deceptive, liar, and I don't know why they do like this. They do for views. They cover themselves with those kind of makeup just to to show up. I think just for facade, just for the surface. No, it's not. It will not work with me like that. The short are actually my favorite. Oh, you like the short that I post? That's good. Is the Akbash related to the dog from the Georgia? W. Hawkins. Akbash in the DNA test that they did, it showed the close related it with East European dogs. So I will say yes with the Georgia, with the South Caucasian area and Balkan. It's very close related in the DNA. I will say so. The DNA it's a scientific fact, which is very hard to deny. That other view, the Kangal dog, basic on the DNA result, they come close related with the Central Asian Shepherd dog. So because they were doubted that Akbash was a white Kangal, this and that, but no, it's not. Even in the anatomical structure, there are different, but you need to be an expert to can see and to see those kind of difference, especially in anatomical structure of the dog. Pretty much the behavior is not so different. Akbash has the tendency to be a little bit more aggressive as a dog compared with Kangal. Kangal it's more mature, more reliable, more polite from people. But this is dependent because depend of the exemplar, depend of the flock, depend of many reasons. You have to understand this. I even didn't know whose channel was and always like it for it being so different. Well, I can see some many other channels they try to copy my kind of manner how I make content. They try to copy or they just clickbait by just putting a thumbnails which doesn't relate it to the video, and this is not good. When I put the thumbnails, I will make sure that the thumbnails will relate it to the video. There is nothing wrong to edit the thumbnails. There is nothing wrong with that. But at least the thumbnails must be related to the content. Why you have to clickbait, to fish other people just for the viewers, just for they're gonna have a bad taste in the end when they see entire video and they don't see what you have posted. For example, what you put in the thumbnails, they're gonna get disappointed. You have to understand. So don't. I do not like for some other channel that fishing the audience by putting some fake uh, thumbnails which doesn't relate it to the content. That's why. Okay, let's read the comment one by one. So I have to, if somebody has a question, I will respond. Do you have any literature or documentary that you recommend for those who want to go more in depth into Ovcharka? I guess in mainly in Russia, but I don't understand it, sadly. Well, there are materials. There are books in Russia from the Mazorev. Mazorov was the famous sinologue in the Soviet Union, and they studied Ovcharka very well. You have some, for example, some material you can Google and you can find and you can read. You can read about the DNA, you can read about the close related, you can read about the step that Caucasian Ovcharka has been thrown from the aboriginal to the modern day Caucasian Ovcharka, because the dog had changed a lot. So it's a different dog in Kafkas, a real Caucasian, and it's a different dog show in anatomical structure, speaking, in behavior, in performance, in health. So there are many differences, to be honest. It's not so hard to understand. I have made video about the ovcharka. You can watch in my channel about I don't know why I have those nose discharge. I get cold. I think I'm not sure. Okay, we have white Nagazi dog too. Yeah, I have saw some white Nagazis that show the similarity with the Agbash dog. The Turkish girl schooled me for saying Kangal related to the Central Asia. Yeah, I've said this. I've made video. I don't know 1 year or 2 years ago about the origin of the Kangal. I've made video and in the description you can find link to read the information, the scientific information proofs of the DNA test. It's very important that the material that you post, a scientific material, content that you post, it's important you in the description to put that link, that to prove and you to be reliable person. Be faithful with your audience, not to be just for viewers to say something. Oh, let me tell you a story that this dog did like this. There are a lot of bullshit. You have to select the right information. That's why when I put, for example, when the video is not just in the documentary part, but it's in knowledge part, I all the time post in the video description the link that you has the access. I give you the access that you to go click, read for that information, study that information. So when we have to deal with a DNA test, you have to understand that The DNA it's very difficult to understand or to observe by the normal people. But pay attention to the result. Don't pay attention to the manner of test, because they are when they do DNA test, they run 2 or 3 tests to come in that conclusion. But the manner of test, when somebody explain for the audience which has no knowledge uh, in the medicine field, in the biology field, does not understand what are those methods that the scientists did this study. You pay attention more to the result, so you can absorb a little bit that information. No way they can't copy it. When yes, they can try. It's not that they gonna copy me. Me, Emiliano Babaramo. It's not. I'm not other people. They cannot speak like me. They cannot, because there are many times a lot of video I have done without writing even a script. It's just me just flow in the video, just flow and explain or talking in documentary part or something like that, without even writing a script before, because many people write the script and just read the script and voice over to the video. I do not have that problem to improvise in life. I'm like this. I have those gifts, so I can improvise in video. I can improvise in life. I because of my skills, because of my knowledge, because of my experience. I needed to be like this. Bella got call it. Bella is a very nice person. I got a new bull last month. It was a time to change. He is a 2 years old black limousine bull that I'm using on my Charles Angus cross cows. Well, yes, it's very important to change the bull because we don't need it. The inbreeding, we don't need it. The problem of inbreeding. What is inbreeding for the people that don't understand? Inbreeding is like incest in human. So we don't need that to mix the same blood, because we're gonna have a lot of issue in the offspring. So we don't need that. That's why the moonshine is changing the bull. So we all the time in livestock, we have to change the bull, we have to change the ram. Depend of the culture, the male all time need to be replaced in the period. It's very important. So we have to minimize or to eliminate the problem of inbreeding. Fiji water. Do you know about the Armenian gumpers? Fiji water, yes, I do. I prefer it original Caucasian. Well, original Caucasian, it's a working dog, so I prefer the same. I know I watch many of your videos, but I want to read some books too. Do you think you would be able to put somewhere the literature of recommending also in the future? I will take in considering that. So good to stand live. My is it more disappointed? Oh, some Japanese channel copy paste my video with my voiceover and upload on their channel. Don't want to give them a strike, so don't know what to do. Well, I have so many of my content. In some other channel, they just download and they repost the content with no making any change. It's my voice, it's my video, it's everything there. I don't want them to strike too, so most of the time I just write a comment and I say, hey, can you remove? It's my job, it's my work, that's why. Yes, I change bull every 2 years. It's very important that you now have the experience on this. It's very important to change the bull. Exactly, I wrote a comment but no reaction. Well, I think the person that has that small channel or something like that, it's not a reasonable person. They don't know the policy of the YouTube and this and that, but you can report. You can report, it's your job, so it's your own content. You have put time to create that content. You have put time, effort. So it's not fair that somebody else use the content without making any change, without even asking a permission, but at least make some change. Okay, you want to do a video, go ahead, do it, but not take the video that is ready and you just post it in your channel. It's not okay. But the strike is very cruel. I'm not against if people use my video, but not the whole video. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You can take a sequence that is low, like 10, 50 second, something like that. Don't try to do some change. Try to create your own original content, not just take it. But again, it will be 100% right. Well, I understand that it's cruel to strike people. I understand that. It's cruel. But they are not serious people, because I'm pretty sure that those channels are not serious channel at all. You cannot just take that video and just post it like that. Well, I've taken my material from other people video. I have asked for permission, or I have paid for that. I have paid for a royalty of the video, of the material that I have used. For example, there is a video when the bear is chasing horses in Canada, if I'm not wrong. The royalty of the video was bought from by a huge channel called Viral Hog. So I reached to them and they asked for money. So that sequence that I use it, I paid. It's like this. I paid for that sequence. I have paid for that. Or I have asked permission from the person that has the material. I always reach them out and say, can I use this? I will use for this. If you want something, I can give you something. If you want me just to post your dog or to post this material and this to mention you, I can mention you. I don't have any problems to give credit. So you have to understand this. But to take the whole video and post it in another channel, which doesn't make any sense, it's not correctly. This is my judgment. I don't know about other people what they think. And I think you have those kind of channels. They are unresponsible people. So even you're gonna strike them, they're gonna not do nothing. So the video will get removed by the strike by the YouTube. So I don't think that you're gonna hurt feeling of them or something like that. They are those type of people that just get ready everything and post with your voice, with your work, no change, nothing, this and that. Oh, I've dealt with this problem since in the beginning of the channel, so it's not something that it's new. So I will not surprise. And those kind of things happen often in YouTube. Shepherd gave me a video for free. I'm thanking them. Yes, Shepherd can give you video for free. Because not every shepherd will be a YouTube channel. Because I understand, especially in Turkey, everybody want to be a YouTuber. They have a livestock and they make some video and this and that. They try to show something. If they catch some rare image, yes, those are very good ones. Most of them are really just cutting part in the livestock and this and that with no show nothing. Some of them use drone, which is good because drone can catch very rare image. So my video, a lot of image, a lot of footage are caught by drone. Security camera to caught those special image, because those kind of specialty, those kind of rare footage, you cannot cut just with being outside at home and this and that. This doesn't make sense because the wild animal doesn't like presence of human, most of them, except the bear. The bear are so, I don't understand those kind of behavior. It's like a kind of silly, kind of stubborn, fearless behavior that, which is very dangerous. The presence of them with that kind of behavior because people, because of the lack of knowledge, because of lack of experience, because of being fearless, treat a wild animal like it's a pet, which is completely mistakeable and should not make that mistake because the consequence that you're gonna pay, oof, are high. So it's like this, that's why. A shepherd gave me the video how his kangal fight wolves, but I'm not using it. But you cannot use that video that show little bit the brutal part on this. You cannot use that. It's impossible now. I don't know, some channel can use. Do they pay the consequence by the YouTube policy? I'm not sure about that, but I'm not risking posting those kind of material without making the edited, without edit the footage. So it's kind of impossible. Oh yeah, the other platform like Instagram allow, like Facebook allow those, but they are very terrible for the people to watch, honestly. I have a lot. It's impossible. So I don't even keep in my archive those kind of video because I will not use it for what. Maybe I can send in the private to some people that just to see, but those are just in private, just watch what happened. And when they are, most of them, because what people do, they are orchestrated stuff. I never keep those. I never watch when there is orchestrate. I see that it's kind orchestrated by human, and I don't even pay attention. It's kind of worthless image. When it happened naturally, it makes sense. When it's orchestrated by the people, it's kind of abusing. I can consider as abuse that one is orchestrated. That's why I don't use those stuff. That's why. So it's like this. It's like that, but anyway. No, it's a natural footage happened in the pasture. The wolf attack. Yeah, it happened, but still you cannot post the physical confrontation between a kangal and a wolf. You cannot post it in YouTube. It's against policy. Even video from the savannah of the wild animal, many many video has been demonetized because of this. I don't know why it, it's kind of strange. YouTube is so soft sometimes. I don't know, like this too. But you have a soft people as the majority of the viewers. So when you have a soft people and when you don't use any plus 18 batch as a content, when you don't put those disclaimer for the content, you cannot post those, even that is pure video that come from Africa, come from, I don't know, from Arctic, whatever the footage catch it when the, even in hunting, even hunting video need to be, I think, need to be edited. You cannot post it like brutal, those stuff. Respect to you for calling out the orchestrated one. Nin, where are you from? Thank you for that. Well, what is orchestrated is orchestrated, and it does not make sense to be published just for viewers when there is orchestrating skin. I do not like those orchestrating. It's pissing me off. It's not it's not okay. It's for me those orchestrated stuff, it's I consider it as an animal abusive because it's orchestrated by human. It's the human that put it that situation to happen and use the camera, record and this and that, and I don't know. I've saw a lot of video from the East Asia, from India, Thailand, and these they make some, I don't know, those kind of content that's so fake, so fakeable. Like they go and save dog and this and that. I have saved a lot of dogs. I never post a video to to get that credit. I have saved that dog for my pleasure. I have saved those puppy for my pleasure. I have saved those cat for my pleasure. I feel it, I did it. I don't want it to show to the public that people, oh, to touch the feelings of the people, to touch the heart of the people. Oh, I don't want those fake. I hate fake feelings. I hate fake people. I hate. Maybe I'm talking a little bit too rough, but I hate fake stuff, to be honest. We are not talking about clothes. We are talking about playing with life of the animal, playing for viewers. It's not good. When it happens naturally, it's okay. But when you put, for example, a tight puppy and you throw in the river and you go like you're gonna save it and this and that, it's completely fake. You throw that dog, you throw that puppy, you throw that kitty, you let it there. Or you put the snake to attack mother with puppy. For what reason? Yeah, those kind of people in Thailand, in India, I don't know, in Bangladesh, in those kind of area, in Vietnam, they do those kind of fake content, are like a fake prank in America. You have saw a lot of video in America, the prank video, 90% of them, they are fake. You will not have those kind of interaction when they do prank. You cannot go and provoke limited of people. Yes, you don't know the reaction of people. You have to understand this. Portugal, brother, love your content. Oh, I'm very glad about that. Respect. People can people call those graphic video cruel, but in fact, is it is it is what happened in the reality of things. Predators are not cruel. It is just the way of survival. It is not a personal thing. Well, yes, you have to understand that. The hunting instinct of the wild animal is part of the survival in the wildlife. It's like this. It's an animal kingdom. You can call cruelty, you can call this and that, but cruelty for me is when you orchestrate that video, when the human orchestrate that video and post it for views. This is cruelty. What happened in nature, it's different. When you do good thing, you should shout about it, do it silently. I agree with you. Oh, I do silently. I don't want credit from people. I'm sick and tired about getting credit or fake credit. I don't want that. I just want good karma for myself and that's it. What other people think doesn't matter for me. It doesn't matter. I'm not have any kind of organization of helping animal. I'm not participating in no organization that help animals. If I see an animal that need my help, I will help. That's it. I don't want to be participate or involved in this stuff that some people has those cows. No, I don't. Honestly, I better. I like silence. Silence is protection. Silence is protection. I like silence. There's cute puppy video who got shopping on two legs. They are under such a pressure. Yeah, understand this when people can do that. So it's like that. In this day and age, it is the human that is cruel. That is for sure. Well, you have to understand that humans are the most cruel species. And the cruelty it's connected by the evil part of the person. If the person is evil and cruel, it's connected with the narcissistic part, being cruel. With narcissistic, with a psychopath, with a sociopath, those kind of people are cruel. You have to understand that. But they don't understand that their career is very short and they forget that what they plant, they gonna get. And it's 10 times fold. They gonna pay the interest too. It's like this. They think that, oh, being cruel and this and that, they excuse themselves. Come on, they are the hypocrite people. Come on. You know that. You have deal with that. I have deal with that. They are hypocrites. They are completely hypocrite. They don't have any sign of remorse feelings. The logic failed. When the logic failed, it's over. It's important to make decision with logic, not with impulsivity, because the consequence that you're gonna pay are hard and you don't know the consequence they're gonna come in the days. So, but cruel people are cruel, so I do not like those cruel. I don't think that those cruel people has a real soul. I think they are fake. They are just the surface, the facade. You are dropping hard truth bomb today. Human are cruel, but human can always do wonderful things against evil one. Yeah, understand this. Well, I'm not dropping just bombs, or to be honest, it's not just dropping a bomb. It's a reality. Some people accept the reality. Some people see the reality completely different. Some people are delusion. And they gonna be exist in some shape or form. This kind of mixed reality, it will be exist in some shape or form. You have to understand that. Which I'm playing my role, so I'm doing my job as a person, as a son, as a man, as an animal doctor. So I have to play my roles, my duty, and to respect the God's faith. It's very important. People who don't believe in gods, I'm talking about the Almighty, you should not trust them. You should not take them serious. No, you should not take them serious. It's very important. Do not take them serious. Don't give it that second chance. They're gonna spoil it again. So I have to play my roles and to honor the skills, the experience, the blessing, the protection that the God gave to me. So I'm sharing my knowledge correctly, truthful, no delusion. This is this. This is the reality. Sometimes it's bitter, but we have to accept. The truth are bitter, are not sweet. Most of them. So it's like that. Yet it will come back and bite them, and it is not if, it is when. Well, it's always come to bite. They never change. It's fake. Agree 100%. Me too. So it's kind of this. So people, some people doesn't even want it, even the first stuff, even the first aid or help or something like that. It's worthless. It's worthless. But anyway, everybody will pay what karma you have made in the life. You think that you are beyond God? You think that you are beyond the law of the God? You think that you are beyond the karmic law? No. It doesn't matter how tough you can sell themselves, how fearless you can sell themselves, how cruel you can be. There are always in your part, in your life, weak point. And in that weak point, you're gonna bleed. Remember this. Those weak points that you have, they're gonna start bleeding. It will bleed. Remember, it will bleed, and they are not will be painless. It will be so painful. So I don't know what people are doing, but before you say something or before you do something, think about the consequence. People can be deceptive, people can be manipulative, people can do whatever they want. The truth come in light. You cannot hide the truth. But after the truth come in light, what's your comment? There is no excuse when the truth come in light. No, you just gonna pay the consequence. Can be legal consequence, can be illegal, can be punished by the divine, can be a lot of stuff. The judgment is coming. It's just matter of time when it will come. It's orchestrated by the divine in the right moment. I think like that. So the suggestion, be a good person. Be a good person with yourself. And be a good person with a close by. It's important. So it's very important this. Being cruel is it's not hard. You can put less effort being cruel. Playing games. Playing dirty games. It's very easy. It's not hard. It doesn't require a high intelligence to be cruel. No, it's a low level of intellect. It's low level of intelligence. It's a low level of people who cannot see themselves in the mirror in the morning. They don't go to see themselves in the mirror. They just go in front of other mirror, then they start to do the makeup to hide, to cover the true face. So it's like that. It's like that. I'm not surprising. I don't know you guys. I don't think that you guys surprised too. Because none of you guys are teenager here, and that's why it's very important to share positivity, because this world has a lot of negativity, negative energy, conflict energy, rivalry. It's up to the roof. So what question do you have about the animal beside those kind of cruelty, evil part on people? Because I'm not body to change no one. I'm here to share my experience, my knowledge, my guidance with 110% without keeping reserves for myself or for my audience. This is like this, advice free. I don't care if they people will value me or not. I've done a lot of stuff, sacrifice and this and that, and I've never been appreciated in this life. I'm not I'm stopping doing that to be appreciated or something like that. I'm doing because I enjoy that. but not anymore sacrifice for nobody. Not anymore. But for people that need really help, advice, guidance, I will give free. In my field, the field that I cover, not in the field that I don't cover. In the field that I cover, I cannot cover all the fields in this life. I'm not expert in everything. I'm sorry about that. What else can you say about the Agbash and its origin? Well, like I mentioned before, I said that they are very close related to the East European livestock guardian dog. They are close related. Anatomical structure. It's a beautiful dog. It's well built. It's well selected. It's well putting together the athleticism, the work ethic, the performance. It's flawless in this dog. I like Akbash. Do they exist bad exemplar? Like everywhere? Bad exemplar. Like in human too, there are bad exemplars. The exemplars are everywhere bad. But at least here in this life, we didn't have a bad comments, bad interaction. Well, even if we have, we can filter, we can block negativity. We don't deal with negativity. We don't play that with bad energy. Me too. It's true that Akbalch will rather scout a danger than attack first. Oh, well, depend of the dog. Depend of the temperament of the dog. You cannot cut and say this will happen like this. Depend of the characteristic of the exemplar. It's not easy to give that cut with knife answer. But usually the livestock guardian dog depend of the animal they have to interact. In most of the place, in the most of the situation, with exception for sure, they tend to be mature. They study the wild animal first before they interact and go in the physical one. They are smart dog, very smart, very intelligent. I'm talking about the livestock guardian dog, especially the old line. They work like an architect in livestock. They study, they keep distance, depend of the animals, the wild animals. They have those interaction. Depend the size of the wild animal. So they study. They study first. After they go in action. If they have to deal with a big wild animal, they do the zigzag. They go back and forth. They try to put pressure on a wild animal to make it very hard. They try to enter under the skin. And less to confront physically. Confronting physically can have consequence for the dog. They can get injury, and depend what kind of a wild animal, For example, a wild boar, a big wild boar, can be very dangerous for the dog. It doesn't matter, the dog is powerful, it can be dangerous. The tusk of the wild boar are like knives and can cause damage of issues. Depend when this wild boar hit the dog, can hit in stomach, he can cut them out. And against bear, I've seen many livestock guardian dog interaction against bear, and physical one, a lot of physical one. The dog that let the guard down, and for bunch of reasons, being fearless dog, being brave dog, they lie. They have those delusion, and they go for the delusion action, and they pay the consequence. So the bear bite them back, injure them, and there are a lot of problem after that. You have to treat the dog, cure the dog, this and that. So brave dog are important, but they need to be smart too. It's very important, not just brave. Bravery is one side, being smart. So they need to have the synchronicity between bravery and the intelligence in dog. It's very important for dog to be brave, but also intelligence when they have to interact with a wild animal. They need to organize well, depend of the situation, if they are solo in this interaction or if they are in the dog pack. They need to organize at least in the dog pack where they are like that. And they need to be vigilant in every move. They need to keep those safe distance. Emiliano, a farm would be a choice, Akbash or Kangal? Tough question. What I will prefer? I would prefer Kangal, to be honest. I don't want to be just the biased, not to have like a biased opinion, but I will prefer original Kangal. Less issue with Kangal than Akbash. Akbash, it's a white-skinned dog. A lot of problem in hot weather with Akbash. They are not albino, I understand, but they have still why they are predisposed from the skin problem, especially in the hot weather. And are less aggressive. Kangal are less aggressive than Akbash. Not because the Kangal are not aggressive, not because one for example, Kangal can be aggressive. Yes, can be aggressive, no doubt. Can be aggressive, can be an alpha dog, can be aggressive. But Akbash are more impulsive as a dog. They have more impulsivity. They rush. Kangal it's more stable. Yeah, Kangal is well balanced as a dog. In my opinion, putting together the work ethic on the dog, the anatomical structure, performance, intelligent, temperament. It's one of the best, if not the best. I'm talking about original Kangal dog. It's one of the best, if not the best, for livestock. Agbash is close too, it's not bad, no doubt. Because they can be Agbash fans and they say, why Emiliano is saying like this? I said, no, I'm not saying bad words. Absolutely not. But even as a profession, you have to understand professional has preference too. To be honest, I have my preference too. For example, my heart goes to the Volkodov. I had it Volkodov. I had it one, which was my favorite dog. Name was Achilles. I miss him, honestly. He was really special for me. I had a special connection with the dog. Very special connection. Was not just it was spiritual connection with the dog. I had the spiritual connection with the dog. It's never come again back. And I know that the dog was so special for me. He was for me. This was my dog, so for sure I'm gonna be biased in the statement that I can give. For me, that dog was the best. For me, because I fall in love with that dog. Was a dog dream when I was young. I was dreaming for that, and I was like manifesting that dog, and he became as I wanted. It's, yeah, the bone structure was okay, not bad, not the best anatomy. Let's be honest. This he has some flawless. As he has some in the back legs. Was not the best hind leg, which as a professional I will prefer. But in performance, he was over performance a lot of dog, which was better well built. He was out performance. Bravery, unmatchable. Yes, there are a lot of dog with that. It's not was not only him, but bravery was unmatchable. Smart, intelligence. Only they don't have mouth and tongue to speak in our language. Very smart dog. Very smart dog. So that's why we should respect animal more than what we are doing. They try to speak with us, even not in our language, but they show with the body language, they show with the jest, they show with a lot of stuff. You just need to pay attention to their reaction. It's very important not to be neglected. Yeah, the iron Achilles. In Russia was they call Железна Achilles in Russian language. Железна was iron dog really. Unbreakable spirit. Unbreakable. But he had it a painful end. I was not with him. those the holders that was keeping him was some neglect person, lack of experience and this and that. Yes, it hurts so much, no doubt about that. It hurts so much. I have it here in my car key. I have it here, his face. Made it in steel. I have it here. He was my best dog ever. One of my best thing happened in my life ever. He never disappointed me. Never ever. I may disappointed him when I let it to those people. So if I had a wish, in my life, I wanted him to come back. Just one time. That's all. For sure, it's painful. No doubt about that. I was in United States when I knew it, my intuition told me. Because the guys that I give it, because I give it for free, I didn't sell those dogs. I just give it for them to take care. I give it him and I give it the female. Was my female dog named Tita. Very lovely dog. Very, very lovely dog. Especially to people. She had no nerves to people at all. She was very lovely, silly, so silly dog. Problem with other dogs. She was a troublemaker with other dogs, to be honest. So I don't trust her to animals. I didn't trust her to animals. Achilles was trustful to animals, but not trustful to people. He didn't trust people at all. And for a bunch of reasons. He was right in 90% of the reaction. Some reaction in the beginning I didn't understood, to be honest, but the dog sense people energy. They can sense. They have more sense than a human. So they sense the energy that the human possess when they come nearby. They can sense that energy. And that's why sometimes we saw unpredictable reaction about dogs, which for the moment, in the moment, they are unexplainable. But during the experience, to go deep, because I have go deep with dogs, not just in working section or in a health division part as a veterinarian, but just going deeper and further. Study the energies, study the spirit of the dog, study the history, The elder, the elder has kept the dog in their culture, not just as a working dog, but even in the spiritual realm, if you understand what I mean. Believe or not, I'm not here to convince you people. I'm not here to convince. I'm not here to waste my time in convincing this spiritual part. You believe, you don't believe, it's your part. But I know that those part exist too. So you have to understand this. But I will not deal with stubbornness. Yeah, you believe. I understand that. Uh, yeah, I understand it's hard to deal, hard to understand the animal, hard to understand your pet, hard to understand the wishes of the pet, the behavior. I agree, absolutely agree. It's not easy. But some people fail it because they don't give a try to do it. They don't give a try. If you give a try, I'm pretty sure it will be much easy for you as a pet owner to understand your pet. And you have to be open to get information, knowledge. It's very important to get the correct knowledge and correct information, because a lot of information are watered down, fake information. Pet from pet has difference, like human from human has a difference. Want to tell you, sometimes I thought I was talking to my dog. We understand each other. It surprised me. Well, those puppy just confirmed what you said. I have a lot of story about animals, watched by my own eyes. A lot of story. I wanted to go live and to talk a little bit for the parasite in pets and the impact of parasites in human too, which is very hot topic and very important to share this knowledge with you people. Okay, some people are educated in this part, I understand, but some are not. And there is nothing wrong. There is always room to improve when you want to improve. When you are too selfish, too stubborn, you don't need to improve. You can stay in stagnation. Where you are, stay like that. But if you want improve, there is always room for knowledge, always room for improve. But you have to be open in that. If you are not open, don't lie yourself. You no need to be in this channel. You are smart enough. I was home alone, was afraid, asking my dog to come home. He wanted to go outside. I thought myself, Leo, please, I'm afraid. Can't you see? He turned it back and stay. Well, I understand. Dog understand. Dog understand your concern. That's important. Who knows what your sixth sense feeling in that moment? You feel present of energy, present of something, or whatever it can be in that moment that you was afraid. Maybe a paranormal activity around the house in that moment. We are not alone, we just don't accept, we think that we are the one and only. Even the earth frequency, you have to understand. The earth frequency is change. It's not staying the same. It's change. By the change of frequency, a lot of change happen in the planet Earth, to the animals, to the people, emotionally, physically. We change. There are two ways. You have to evolve and has this evolution and adapt with the frequency, or you can stay in your stagnation, in your old manner, in your old way. It's up to you. Not everybody are possible. Not everybody can feel it. Not everybody will get this synchronized with the new frequency that is showing up. They measure in the North Pole, and the planet Earth is changing the dimension from the 3D to the 5 to the 5th D. It's changing that dimension. It was so surprising. I understand this. Why I understand your feelings uh, when I was in Bosnia Herzegovina was, I think, 2018, if I'm not wrong, or 2019. I was in Bosnia Herzegovina, and I went to visit Achilles. Achilles has like a 6 month there, pretty much that kind of period. And after I came in Bosnia, we decided to go camping in the mountain. Was like a September, end of September, something like that. I've been in contact with wolf before. I've seen wolf before, but I hasn't feel something a strange energy or this and that. But this time was different. Was not one, was the entire wolf pack. Was the entire wolf pack. When we settled down in the moment there, I tied Achilles. I tied well because he had the tendency to escape all the time. Being curious male, independent dog, all the time has the tendency to escape. So I tied it him very, very well, and I tied the collar in his neck so hard. So even when he was barking, I saw that he was feeling problem by barking, but was the only way because I had it 100, if not 1,000 times experience with him escaping from the place, from being in leash, and was a nightmare with him. He was very hard to deal and to hold the dog. When we come in Bosnia, the first thing that I did is the first thing that I did it. Hey, how you doing? The first thing that I did it in that moment, I tidied him well, and I let him outside. The female Tita was in heat, was in estrus in that moment. He was feeling a little. She had a period, and she was feeling a little bit not good. The coat was short on her because she was mixed with a bulikuta. If you guys know what is bulikuta, he was the Central Asian Shepherd dog crossed with a bulikuta. So her mother was a bulikuta, father was a Central Asian Shepherd dog. She was not feeling well, and I decided when it come to be dark, started to be very fast dark in that moment. I decided to keep her inside the container in the place that I I was sleeping to. Was cold. The night was very very cold. In the moment that I tied Achilles outside, the dog started to be nervous. He sensed the presence of the wild animal, but I thought was a fox or something like that, or maybe he sensed a rabbit. But probably I was around it to the fox. We were in the altitude 1,600 meter, if I'm not wrong. I don't want to exaggerate. I think that was 100, 600, 100, 1,500 meter above sea level, something like that. Was that place was touristic place, so during the winter they use it for the ski. Okay, the dog started to be nervous. He was barking and was very aggressive. I was a little bit tired at the moment, and I said, let's rest, and after I will go out and check him. So we rest a little bit. Tita was inside. Was like one bed from me, one bed for Tita. Tita chose the best bed, and she just fall asleep. After 1 or 2 hours, when I wake up, was dark completely. The dog, the male Achilles, was kept barking, kept barking. I saw that he was frustrated. He was nervous in that moment. I went outside. I took the female to outside, tied both together in short distance to each other, put it food to feed him. He was eating in that moment, but was not relaxed at all. I saw something is going on. I heard noise, steps, very nearby in that moment. And I heard noise like a female voice, like a bird, like a human, very similar to the human, to the female voice. I say, what is going on right now? That was strange. That was strange. I didn't thought that was. I thought in the beginning was a bird or something like that. It was not a bird. It was a wolf, which come down. In the down part, in the back part, was a river. I have goosebumps. Well, I had it goosebump too in that moment. But to be honest, I I wasn't afraid. Yes, it's that kind of energy. that you're gonna feel it. The body, skin, the sense, they gonna feel it, that energy of the wild animal, of something strange. You're gonna feel it. Oh. I don't know. I put myself in sleep by this story. It's a real story. It's not a made up story. Was a female wolf. She reached us from the back in the distance, like a 4 meter, 3 meter, was like that. She was reaching us in the back. The dog turned in that direction. After those noise, the dog turned immediately in that direction. I think I had it a light, but not so good one, to be honest. The battery was like a half in that moment. We are talking about no electricity. I was with a simple phone. Was a late version of Samsung, so, and I didn't have battery too. So not because in that area there was no line of electricity. There was line because was uh, was a touristic place, but was between mountain. You have to understand this. Okay, I yell. I throw some stone in that direction. I heard it step running away. The situation calmed down immediately, but not for so long. What's the problem? The problem is that my female dog was in heat, and the wolf sensed that. But I figured it out later why this kind of situation happened. Okay, the steering wheel is moving when I open the door. All the time is slowing down and getting up. All entire night. That night we get provoked. They come from the front, they come from both sides, they keep the distance. Was not one. Because in the beginning I thought it was just one wolf and just try to mess with dogs. Was not one. I heard from all the corners footprint, footstep, and the you can feel it in that moment because of the grass is cracking. I feed it the dog. I stay with the dog outside. I light a fire, and was the fire that keep them out. Tomorrow, another person come and told me that the guardian of the forest, how you call it, those people, they have saw a wolf pack in this area. It's like a 7 wolf, he said. This kind of adventure lasts 3 to 4 days. The second day, I called it my friend. I say the situation is like this. Now the steering wheel is moving up and down. I say the situation is like this, so we we better do something. And he brought an AK-47. He come at night, like in the time that it will be dark. We shoot 2 or 3 times with the AK-47 in the air. So that night was a little bit peaceful. We just heard some footstep in front when the dog was tied. like 100 meter, 200 meter in distance. We put the light doesn't, we can see, we saw ice that was shining, but the light was not the best that we had it in that moment. The lighter was awful. What was the worst was the third day. So I was again alone. In that, in the next day we ran out of in the area with dog, so I released them, and there was running away was a deer cut us when we're walking. So jump in the car road, and after jump in another side down. What we said, what we saw in the next morning. The third day I was alone too. Uh, we connect the electricity, but at night I was alone with dogs. Tired all the day because I was walking with dogs, checking the area. There were some farmers with cattle and horses. Tita chased one of the small horses, and I had it. The Achilles was like a heel. Dogs run, I ran. Dogs run, I ran. I was afraid because she gonna get hit by the big horse, but they didn't. She didn't do nothing just to provoke. She was just curious and go and smell to them. They smell to each other and they come. I was yelling to her, but it was impossible. She was so stubborn. She didn't came back in that moment. She came back when she wanted. Anyway, the dark came. I feed the dog. Was quiet. The night before I fall in sleep was quiet. I keep the light on with purpose. I had the AK-47 in a corner. When we shoot, I put it some oil inside, not to get rusty. And I was keeping in a corner, covered with something. And I fall asleep. I was so tired, to be honest, because all day was walking, walking, walking. I met some shepherd, conversation with them, half English, half in their language in Serbo-Croatian, half I understand, half I didn't understand, to be honest. And I had it not the best English. My English was broken in that moment, so I understand it pretty well. But when it come to flow and to talk, I had it some challenge about that. I keep it the fire on was 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 and 2, 3 3 and 3 minutes, something like that. And I wake up. I felt something, and I put another wood to keep it the fire on in that moment. It was a work like a 30 second, 1 minute. I heard the howling from one of the hills, not so far from us, like 200 meter in the distance. That was goosebump everywhere in my body, goosebump in my hands, everywhere. So Achilles woke up immediately, started to direct in that hills, barking. The female direct barking in that moment, and was the because Achilles was tied so was tight. The collar of the male dog was so tight, and he couldn't bark with full potential of voice. Female was okay. Her voice was deep. She was like 75 kilogram in that moment. Very huge female. I'm talking about 75 kilogram, not 75 pounds. Very deep voice for the female. And when she was barking, all the mountain area in that was echo in that moment when she was barking. So was her voice that shut down and overwhelmed the howling of the wolf. Was I took the fire, I took the AK-47, I was ready to shoot in that direction or not. So I was in dilemma in that moment. It lasted because it started from one wolf. Another wolf from behind was howling too, another wolf was howling too. So it was like a symphony in that moment. Dogs was completely crazy in that moment. I was completely shaking what to do in that moment, shooting there or not shooting there. I was out. I went outside with a light. The light didn't work very well. It lasted like 30 seconds and died because of the battery. I didn't have electricity to charge in that moment. And one of the farmer that was far from me heard it that, and he turned on the tractor in that moment, and that was the moment that everything stopped. The wolf stopped. It was like a 3.5 o'clock. This it's lasted for a long period. I didn't shoot again with the AK-47. I didn't shoot because farmer was near and I was foreign. I was like a tourist there in that place. Even in the first day that we received the AK-47 and we shoot, the guardian of the forest, they come and say who shoot it. So I was asking, but anyway, it's like a Balkan. We can fix that. People are reasonable. We understand this and that. And oh, I feel sleepy. And this was the end of the story. The next day, we left. We left. I took the dog and we went in the town. So we closed that adventure, to be honest. And we closed that adventure because, oh, I don't have even a battery. It's a 5%. I didn't know that. Okay, but it lasts okay. Almost 2 hours live stream. I understand, like in Caucasian. Yeah, pretty much like that. I wouldn't go crazy. Well, I don't panic. I don't panic so much in those kind of situation. I don't open panic. No, I'm been in few difficult situation, gunfire, this and that. I don't panic. I don't panic for a reason because we don't know. Even if you are alone or if you are with a group of people, if you open panic, you cannot. The brain doesn't work well. How to deal with situation, and that's why I don't panic. even if something happened, if something wrong happened, it will happen. But in that moment, in the difficult situation, you need the brain to work. You don't need the brain to go in survival mode and panic. Because if you go in survival mode and panic, you made mistake. You are predisposed to make mistake. I don't go in survival mode. Even in difficult situation. I have been in difficult situation, but I don't go in the survival mode. In survival mode, your logic just shut down and it's just the animal instinct that work in that moment. So you are leading yourself by the animal instinct. Down, fucked. Say it hi. Hi. So you should not go in the survival mode, even only in the special scenario when your life is going to risk totally. You can go in the survival mode. But going in the survival mode, it's not ideal to solve the situation. You can make more mistake in the survival mode. You can put yourself in more dangerous if you go in the survival mode. So you have to keep your calm, keep the calm down. It's very important, and I always try to be calm in those kind of situation. Use the logic, because it's easy to go crazy. You can go crazy, you can go in the survival mode, but if you take the decision in the survival mode, it's completely unconscious